fine. Oh my God, guys, I have totally missed you guys. I feel like a bad mom who just left her kid and didn't go back for her for like a good couple of weeks. CPS, please, you tried it. Okay, guys, it's been a long time. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Grace Reporting, and I have missed you guys a lot. A lot has happened and a lot is going on, okay? Usually I like to cover one topic, but with so much going on in the news, man, I have to dip and dive and take a lot of different flavors and different tastes and bring it to you. So before we get started, I just want to welcome everyone to Grace Reported. My birthday was the 22nd of August, so I just celebrated a birthday. So thanks be to the Most High God for blessing me to see another year, and may He continue to bless me and bless you guys as well. I'm sure there was a lot of Leos. Drop the Leo sign in the chat. All right, let's get started. I missed you guys a lot. So the first thing I want to talk about, as you can see what's going on, is the hurricane in New York City. Oh, my God. Wait, a hurricane in the New York of the city? When was the last time was there a hurricane in New York City? Nobody can't come up with a date because I don't think this has ever happened. From what they're saying, this thing happened every 100 years. So, is it 100 years already since the last hurricane? Because now this one came with a vengeance. You know, it's like you're gonna meet up somebody and you got problems with them, and you bring your crew, and then when you get there, it's a problem. That's how this hurricane came in, like a gang initiation. My God, you know, I mean, so much happened. Take a little look at this news clip for you to get up to date what's going on in the New York of the city. Take a little look.
Subway system shut down. Waterfalls pouring down station stairs, trains pulling in to find platforms submerged. People wading through waist-high water. Above ground, stranded cars and water rescues everywhere.
FDNY members rescuing someone who has been trapped in that Jeep for now well over an hour.
Our New York station, WABC, right there, as a man was finally brought to safety. And in Queens, a partial building collapse, at least 2 people killed. And at Newark Airport in New Jersey, the wettest day ever recorded. Flooding taking over baggage claim terminals, hundreds of flights canceled. Passaic, New Jersey Mayor Hector Laura pleading during the storm for people to stay inside.
We have too many areas where the flooding has gotten so bad that cars are stuck and we have bodies underwater.
As you can clearly see, New York is going down. My God, yo, New York is getting hit like a Mike Tyson fight. Oh, my God, New York City. You know, so it's like, my God, like a lot of people died. I think they said it went up to now 43 people. That's like a lot. It may not sound like a lot because when you hear of storms and then you hear of other places that have storms and hurricane and tornadoes, the death toll is always really, really high. But this is kind of high for New York City because why? This is not a place that get these things. This is not like Florida, you know, places like that. And New Jersey got it too, Pennsylvania and New York City. So she just came through. What was her name, Edna? Ida, one of them, Idaho. Listen, she came through and 3 times. She came to 3 different spots. She hit up 3, like a drug dealer, you know? Like, she was not here to play no games. Ida, that was Ida? That's that Ida? She was not here to play no games. So I just really hope everyone is safe in New York City. But one thing you know about New York City, trust me, I know. They are resilient, and they're going to come up with the, with the nonsense, the shenanigans. They're going to come up with the nonsense. You see, take a look at this little video. Now, what in the world is going on here? This is a rat doing the backstroke. You know, and he's just like, like he's taking a nice swim, doing backstroke, doing all these tricks like he's in the rat Olympics, child. Coming up next, rat Olympics. I mean, what is going on? And you know the subways, right? If you're from New York City, if you've been there, you know the subways. Listen to me. If you want to see a rat meet up, go to New York City and go to the subway. They just come up on the platform. They just sit there. It's like they want to have a conversation. Oh, what train you waiting for? Oh, where you going? Where you been? Oh, okay. What? Huh? What? I know rats talk. Yeah, these rats are very bold. They're not afraid of the humans. So, excuse me. So don't think. Look, the rat is making me cough, child. I gotta get some water. So don't think for a second that because you see a rat that if you go, oh, move, you know how you do that, move rat, you do that rat, move away. They will not move. These rats are out of control. Also, take a look at this guy, and this was on the street. Take a look at this guy. He's in like a canoe thing. He's in a canoe. He's like he was waiting for the storm. Like, yo, I'm gonna buy this canoe, and we know a storm is coming, and we're about to go out there. I'm about to go out there and live my best life. That's what I'm saying. Like, nothing is serious to these people. Oh my God, that is the fool. So, I mean, listen, I really hope everyone is okay in New York. Like, all jokes and fun to the side, I really hope everyone is okay in New York. And listen, for the most important thing, if you owned a home, I really, really hope you had that serious home insurance, okay? Make sure you get flood, rat, and canoe insurance, because as you can see what's going on here, it's going down. It's going down. So I hope you guys are safe and start that paperwork, okay? Because I know it's a lot of damage. Moving on, because that was a fool. Excuse me, why am I coughing? Moving on, I want to talk about, I was thinking which one to go with first, but it doesn't even matter. I just want to bring this to you, all these different topics. So the next thing I want to talk about is this model, I should say. Her name was Mercedes Morr, right? She was an Instagram model, and from what I also heard, she had an OnlyFans, okay? Now, unfortunately, this beautiful woman is now dead. She's not the first. You understand? When it comes to these Instagram models, you know, they get so much, you know, listen. And at the end, I want to say something to the woman. Because sometimes as a woman, you may feel you have to do certain things to get to a certain spot in life. Or you have to be accepted. You understand? And I want you to know you don't. We all have to get old one day. Let me pull it. We all have to get old one day. You do not have to do certain degrading things. I feel like OnlyFans is degrading. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like OnlyFans is something you really shouldn't be doing. You're degrading yourself. You're putting yourself as a low-hanging fruit for money. It's a modern day prostitution. That's what it is. You understand? Let's just call a spade, okay? So I'm not saying that that's what she was doing, but from what I have heard and heard what's going on with OnlyFans, they're showing a lot, they're doing a lot, and you have to pay for this stuff. So if I were to go on OnlyFans, I would have to do something explicit, because listen, you have to think. If you went part A of OnlyFans, I'm going to look at Shanae over here. Shanae only showing 3 body parts. Nah. You go a couple pages over. Oh, look at Tanya. Tanya is showing everything. So there's so much going on in OnlyFans, and especially when you get your body done, when you get your boobs lifted, your thighs spread out, and your butt lifted. Man, you will get OnlyFans, the nearest fan, and a ceiling fan. Okay? So, I'm not sure what's going on with the OnlyFans, but I feel like that's where a lot of this kind of maybe started with her, because she did have an OnlyFans and she had 2.9 million followers. Please subscribe to this channel. We trying to get to 500 right now. So it's like, wow, that's a lot. And this is not, I've never heard of her. She's from Houston, Texas. I've never heard. She's beautiful. Let's not play games. She's beautiful. But at what cost did this beauty come to this young lady? Was she born this way? Did she get work done? She got work done. I mean, you could look at her body and tell. But whoever did her body, they did a good job. Okay, let me go do 10 squats because I know I don't have that type of funds. So, but yeah, unfortunately, she was strangled. My God. And she was dead in her house for like 2 to 3 days before her body was discovered. So let's dig into Mercedes. Mercedes was an Instagram model. Mercedes was followed by a few celebrities. I think it was Snoop Dogg and Megan Thee Stallion. I think she was followed by them. So that's a big deal when you're being followed on social media by other high-end celebrities. Snoop Dogg, as you know, he's a legend in the game. He's been around since 11 years. And Megan Thee Stallion, she's an upcoming young person in the game. So her stamp on your social media is going to bring a lot of action to you. So you can see why she has so many followers. But in having all those followers, it comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with a lot. You understand? I feel like once you have a certain amount of followers, when you touch in the millions, I feel you need to have a 24-hour bodyguard. I feel like if you have if I become the biggest YouTuber of all and I'm hitting 24 million followers, 30 million, you need to have now a 24-hour bodyguard. I feel so. And maybe 2. One for the front, one for the back. Okay? So she was home from what the reports are saying. And this guy came into her house and they were saying it was no forced entry. So now you're thinking she must have known this guy. If there's no forced entry, how is he in her house chilling, ending up killing himself? You understand? And writing on the walls. What is this? A love song / horror story? So this is just creepy all around. Take a look at the news report and we'll be right back.
And said he found his daughter there on the floor, already deceased, and her killer upstairs with a knife in him, still alive. To her parents and other family and friends, 33-year-old Janae Gagne was so much more than an Instagram model.
She was special. Just like she had a few million followers, that's all fine and good. But she was a person, and we miss her a lot.
Searching us out to get the facts. Janae was loved, funny, goofy, crazy as hell. I know, and I shouldn't say that about my daughter, but that's my daughter. 2.6
million followers on Instagram knew her as Mercedes Morr. What happened on Sunday was the family's worst nightmare. Attacked, they say, by a stalker.
How this guy found her, I don't know, but me walking in and finding my daughter and finding him committing suicide was just something that a parent should never bear.
She's very cautious about her surroundings. Unfortunately, someone basically was stalking and killed my baby.
Police say Kevin Accordo lived in Florida and did not know Janae. His only criminal record, traffic violations.
It does hurt as a parent to know you're bearing your child before, you pass away.
Feeling as a father that you can't protect your daughter and something happens like this?
Janae was just a light, to be honest, and not just outside of the home, but she was very protective of me, protective of her dad, and she just was always the sweetest thing.
Exactly how the suspect got here from Florida, got in the house, found her, all of that we still do not know. We watched the family remove her belongings from the home today, and they're currently making funeral arrangements. Live in Richmond, I'm Jacob Bresco, KPRC 2 News.
Wow. this is just sad all the way around. Like I said, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I can see why a lot of people can be attracted to her. You know, your beauty speaks. If you're a pretty person, let's just keep it real. You're going to get a lot of attention. That's just how it goes, okay? And it's not about being shallow. When you go buy something, you want to get the best. If you go buy a car, you're not going to get the 2002 breakdown Honda. You're going to try to get the best. So beauty is something that people likes in their life, you know? So she was very beautiful, and it's just a very tragic. All the pieces are not together because they want to know, how did she get in the house? They still didn't figure that out. Yeah, he came through the garage, but was the garage door something that like you could boop, press a button and open? And then he has all these writings, all these different writings. And one of the things that he wrote and that he said was that he was used for money. Now, I don't know how these people get paid from Instagram for being a model, and then for having an OnlyFans, and then for having so many followers. So I feel like there's 3 forms of income she should be getting just from social media, and for being so beautiful, because let's be real, that's why she was followed. She got her body done, and then her body was bringing her a lot of attention, comes with a lot of unwanted attention as well. So what happened? How did she end up dead? Her father discovered the body, but from listening to further reports, her body was already there. So when he came, the man who broke into her house, he had a knife in himself, and he committed suicide. So it's just like, oh my God. It just all the way backwards. Like you feel like, what would cause this man, from what the reports say, he came all the way from Florida. So what I'm putting 2 and 2 together, the news didn't say this, but you know what I'm saying? I have common sense, you know? I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. She had to have known this guy. That's number one. There was no forced entry. Nothing wasn't broken. So we're going to say if she knew this guy. The guy came in, maybe she made some type of deal with him where he's going to come over and they're going to do, you know, some kind of exchange. He was going to pay her. She was going to do what she had to do to get the money. And it went left. Maybe she's like, you know what? I don't want to do this. Like, what am I doing? Like, this is too much. She was 33 years old. 33. That's very young. And it just goes to show, sometimes as a woman, you may feel like, man, I have to do certain things to get what I want. And I get it. It's not easy out here. They just raised my rent. So I know it ain't easy out here for everybody. So people probably feel like, oh, I got to do what I got to do. I got to pay these bills. You have your kid. You're a single person. You're a single mom. So I get it. A lot of women may feel like they have to go that route. And I get that. But you also have to think of other ways to bring in income. And if you have to get a regular job, double up on those overtime, then that's what you have to do. Because yes, it looks good, but everything that glitters ain't gold. It's a cubic zirconian, okay? So you ladies out there that's doing all these extravagant things, you know, getting your body done, getting the butt big all the way down the block around the corner, you're bringing all this unwanted attention. It's one thing if you're just naturally built like that and your body's banging. Yeah, that's fine too. But you're like, wow, it's like you went out to get it so you could get all this attention. You went out to buy the butt, the hips, the breast, and everything else that comes along with that package. So with that comes a lot of unwanted attention. And I feel like this is what happened to the beautiful Mercedes. And you know what? May she rest in heaven's peace. I didn't know her. I've never heard of her until now. And it's unfortunate that you're hearing about her at her demise. You didn't hear about her before. You didn't hear about her before. So it's just unfortunate. It's just really, really unfortunate. And we just want to talk about one last thing I want to talk about, which is LIL NAS X. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people were saying, oh, LIL NAS X, he's with the agenda. Oh, LIL NAS X, you know, he's pushing the agenda. He's doing. Let me tell you, there's been more agendas than paychecks hand out, than PPP loans. Listen, LIL NAS X is getting to the bag. Lil Nas X is playing on you guys' head tops. Lil Nas X is here for the foolishness. Lil Nas X is here for the fool. Okay? Lil Nas X is now pregnant. Okay? As you can see, he is now pregnant, and he said this is a symbolic of him being pregnant with his album that's coming out in September. Okay, so a lot of people saying, oh, you know, this is teaching kids this, and this is teaching kids, the kids are our future. Listen, let me tell you something, what I have learned, and it took me a long time to get to this place. If you are teaching your kids the right way, I don't care if the devil himself come up, your kid is going to have some type of sense to say, wait a minute, that ain't it. So you cannot blame everything on social media, on these celebrities. You have to take the bull by the horn. Horsey. You have to take the bull or what is it? That was a bull? You got to take the animal by the horn, okay? And you have to steer him the way you want to steer him. You cannot always blame and think there's an agenda. He's doing all of this because he wants to get money. He did the devil sneakers. He did the kiss. First, he did the devil sneakers. He done covered the eye. We already know what that symbolized. That's another story for another day. The hair is red. There was blood in the shoes. So why do you think he's being chosen to do all these things? I feel like it's always the black man that's always the joke of the butt, or the butt of the joke. Either way, always a joke. It's always the black man they're using to get their point across, for the most part. And I'm not saying other races don't play into this, but to really get that message out there, oh man, they will use a black man in a minute. Give him a few dollars, go put on a dress, go put on lipstick, go represent this, and they'll do it. And when you get to that level where you'll do anything to get talked about, to get attention, to get to the bag, to get to the next level, you cannot be surprised. Like, I'm not surprised. This doesn't shock me. This doesn't make me feel like he has an agenda. I'm just looking at his track record and all the things he's done. He came to one of the shows in a dress. Then he put on a dress with the top open. Then he was kissing another man on this. Like, are you surprised of Lil Nas X? What are you going to do next? The next thing you could do is follow us over here in this channel, because you definitely tried it. Okay? Oh, my God. This is the fool. Listen, I have missed you guys. Missed you guys. I really, really have. And I am back and better. And I'm just happy to be back with you guys. Please, you guys have been subscribing, and I just want to say thank you. Okay? Thank you kindly, and continue to subscribe. We are building over here. All right? And no weapon formed against us shall ever prosper. Okay? Type amen, because you know that's the truth. So we just want to as a recap, hopefully New York City gets this flooding together. Mercedes, we wish you well, and we hope that you rest in peace. Lil Nas X, you did it again. You got more money, but I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it, because and guys, thank you so much, bunnies, honey bun, bunnies. I missed you guys. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. This is Grace Reported. Bye, my honey buns. Bye, guys.